Boy, it's hotter than a VCR in a crack house today, fellas. How y'all doing? I decided I'd make a video. I wasn't going to because, you know, we're ridiculously grabbing for straws trying to paint this man's vehicle. It's a Suburban. It just needs the top of it painted and then the hood painted. He's a good friend of mine. He's an air conditioning guy. That's what I did for 27 years. But anyway, if you ever find yourself in a situation to where you want to do the work yourself, but all you got is a little bitty compressor like this one, well, Limpy is going to be here to tell you today. I wasn't going to shoot a video of this because I thought, well, this is going to be something people's going to be laughing about. But then again, there's a lot of DIYers out there, DIY guys out there that they try to do stuff themselves, and they run into some problems doing it. But I'm telling you, we're here to help y'all out. So here's the take on the situation. You can have an old compressor sitting around, and then you got to have another one sitting around, and then you got to have another one sitting around. Okay, you're not nowhere near going to be able to pump just that one, or even hooking those two together. You ain't going to be enough for doing the job. But if you have a decent sized tank, I wish I could have had a little bit bigger one, but if you got a decent sized tank and a few air compressors laying around, these things, they pump up to about 120, 150 pounds of pressure. And so I linked them all together. I know I kind of cheated a little bit, but I'll drain it right before I start painting, because I'm just painting. I'm not running no sander or nothing, just painting. So you see down there where the drip valve is supposed to be, you know, to let off the wetness, you know, or I suppose you could come up here and you could find you an extra port to tap onto up there. You see what I'm saying? You got to have you a bank for some air for this situation to be working. You just got to have you a bank. Air bank is much so needed. You have to have some sort of a bank, you know. I think I hooked just that one by itself up once already when I shot the primer on this thing, and this one, and that was it. And that motor wasn't even running. I mean, we fixed that one, and it would barely keep up. It would pump up to about 150. I would regulate my pressure at about 35 psi to spray with, and it would barely keep up. So, you know, I said, well, self, we need a little something more. We need to put some more stuff together. So we did some makeshift stuff on this one. The bolts broke off when I went to go take it loose because they were rusted, but we sure did get her done. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to plug in to over here. See how I'm doing that? And then I'll take another hose and run from here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to run from that bottom of that pitcock right there, the drain valve, to here. And then I'm going to plug my air right here. And you let that sucker fly, and that's what we're going to get. We're going to get it done. Get her done. Yeah, I know. You know, what are you supposed to do? So you create your place to paint. I almost just painted it outside. Didn't need to really worry about a lot of stuff, but you know, so he's going to supply me with. Well, I tell you, man, that primer went on good, but it sure does feel like an elephant's ass. It's got doodads all over it, you know, really rough feeling. So we need to get cracking on this thing. I'm gonna sand it down with some 500 grit, and then we're gonna do her again. Anyway, I guess I'll show you part 2 later on, because these days you go to try to use all the editing machines, they want to charge you. Ain't nothing for free anymore, fellas. Price of installation, price of everything's going up, and there ain't no free rides. Anyway, catch y'all later. Lim Stroud.